Hi everybody and welcome back to the painting channel. Today is a watercolour. It's all about the River Thames, so let's crack on, let's see what happens. Hi everybody and welcome back. As I said at the start, it is a little watercolour all about the Thames. Now I've been up there many times in the past painting scenes like this and this one many times over. Painting in oils on plein air, sitting on the bow of the Tattershall Castle moored against the embankment and with a lovely pint of Guinness in hand. It doesn't get much better than that. But of the many photographs that I've taken in the time, I wanted to bring one of those to life for you in the form of watercolour. So that's what this video is all about. Now it's a little bit jumpy, it's a little bit music, and it's a little bit of actual talk. So you do see the whole of the film, but some of it is speeded up with a bit of music. It's the only way I could condense it down and make it enjoyable for you. So I hope that's fine and I hope you get something from it. And if you do and you enjoy it, then give it the thumbs up. If you're still there at the end, that'd be fantastic. And also subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Add comments as well. I'll always read them, always answer them. If you want a lot more than that, then don't forget there is a Patreon. All the details are in the description underneath this and every other video. Pop on over there, see the tiers, see what's on offer. There is so many videos over there, so much help, a private Facebook group, and many more aspects that you might want to get involved with for a very small amount of money each month. So take a look. If you want to get involved, I'd love to welcome you on board that too. If you want any more than that, well, the website now has got a brand new, well, two brand new areas. One of them is where you can buy and download independent exclusive videos from me. Now the first one is there, and that's a watercolor. So if you want to take a look at that, it only costs £5 and you become a member of the site as well, and you can download it and watch it anytime you want to for a very small fee. It is an offer fee, but take a look at it. You might want to get involved and might want to have your own copy. Now that all said, there is also upcoming Zoom meetings, Zoom demonstrations. I have created 4 new dates on my website for people to pop along their 2-hour Zoom demonstrations by me over the next month or so, and they only cost £12 for a ticket. So if you want to get involved in that and have a lovely evening and watch a demonstration from me either in watercolor and oil, there's a couple of each, so take a look. If you want to do that, buy a ticket. You'd be so welcome. It'd be great to see you on the night. So with all that said and done, all the advertising's over. Let's get on with the video. Hope you enjoy it. I do hope you get something from it moving forward. All the best to you. Take care. Have fun. Happy painting. See you all in the next video next Friday. Take care. Bye-bye. But never mind. Just going to put in a suggestion of the clouds. And I'm scratching it across. I'm allowing some of the grey and the yellow underneath to show up. And there are bits of oranges and browns in the on the old painting surface. This is what I left from earlier today. So I'm using the two areas and just bringing in a suggestion of these clouds around the sun and the little breaks in the clouds. Softening some of the edges.
You say that something's got to give. You say it's one way to live. Yet you sit and wait for better days. I think we must push through the gray. Hold me closer than the wind. Let me be the orchid. Have me every second. We'll be the orchid.
Yeah, going to put a little stronger lemon yellow, not lemon, Indian yellow, on the end of the brush. Mix it to some of that grey colour that we've been putting in. I just want to drop that in to some of these areas around the edges of some of these clouds.
Earth spins, seeds grow and people go. Yes, things end to start again. And we're not different, you and me. Oh, that's the charm, not the harm. Baby, I believe, oh, hold me closer than the wind. Let me be the orchid, oh, have me every second end. We'll be the orchids. Life is life, not everything can be right at once. No matter the height, we'll get there, I'm sure. Oh, just hold me closer than the wind, yeah. Let me be the orchid, oh, have me every second end. We'll be the orchids, oh, just hold me closer than the wind. Let me.
It may be that when you put this on and it dries too light. Very, very hard sometimes to gauge the final degree, and sometimes you'll see me often go back into cover an area again. As I've already covered it, you'll see me go back in and recover it with another go. And it's because that the judgment is such that it wasn't quite right first time round, and therefore we need to come in and make more of it. So that'll do for the first pass on it, I think, pretty much. 1 or 2 taps of colour and the choppiness of the water, just picking up a bit of sky reflection through there. Okay, and I'm going to bring that down, same sort of colour value through here.
The orchid, have me every second end. We'll be the orchids.
Done. And I'm going to come in, certainly to start with these towers, just putting in sort of the first suggested look at what they're going to be, and that comes down the side and like that. I'm going to take that colour, I'm going to leave the top of that roof and bring that down into that part there. I'm going to lift with the dampness and edge of that, just lift the top of that roof out there, and then come in a little darker around the tower at the front here. This should be a bit warmer, this one, but I will come back into that, not a problem. And again, you can leave a little, I'm going to leave a little light on the, I'm going to come through here with the bridge for the moment. And leave a little bit of light on the very top, little highlight. I can't put it in so easily later. I'm just going to put it in now. This will have definitely have another layer of colour put onto it down the road.
You say that something's got to give. You say it's one way.
Right, you're going to put a little bit of Phthalo Blue into that mix. Just want to give and excite the blues in this tower. Now that's probably too much phthalo, to be honest, so we can knock that down as we come down. We can cool that off a little bit. Just bring it down, down, down. Straight through where that tree will be, but most definitely leaving a little set of lights on the top of the bridge.
Yet you sit and wait for better days. I think we must push through the gray. Hold me closer than the wind. Let me be the orchid. Have me every second. We'll be the orchids. Oh, earth spins, seeds grow and people go. Your stings end to start again. And we're not different, you and me. Oh, that's the charm, not the harm. Baby, I believe. Oh, hold me closer than the wind. Let me be.
Let's just start looking at this side, and we're gonna do the Big Ben. Simple, nice shape. I've got it quite cool at the moment. We will change that. Put a little bit of Indian red into that blue mix. It's probably a little too much, if honest. So I'll come back with some Cobalt Blue. Just put that back into there. Now we could actually take that much further. In fact, I will. I'll tell you what, that's what I'm going to do. I'll run that down through there, like that, as the edge of the river up there. Actually, that's got a lot of light around there, but we'll come back in with that colour in through here. And again, it's going to alter.
We'll be the orchids. Whoa, just hold me closer than the wind. Let me be the orchid. Have me every second. We'll be the orchids.
And we've got a little bit of green, put a little bit of green, a little bit of my turquoise light colour into some of these tree forms here. And again, they're going to be quite dense. I guess they're London plain. I don't know what they are, to be quite honest with you. But they do come over and they will be built upon. in terms of density and their colour value and temperature. I just want to come back in with a little bit of the blue violet colours we've got going on through and behind these trees. A little bit of ultramarine violet, and a little bit of the Indian red or violet. Just bring that down underneath them, so that you've got some of this happening here, happening on this side too, right down to the top of the wall, like that. We've got a bit of green, very, very pale green. It's so not green almost, as it was coming down there. Even that's probably too green. I'm just going to put the lighter power in there.
I would give anything to get some truth. Yes, I could do it all different, but what's the use? Anyone so alone? What's the secret to this life? I struggle to do Anyone lend me a hand? I can't stop these nightmares.
Tap that into that nice shape around that obelisk column, down the face of it. Got a nice strong shape there. Okay, and that comes this side, and we go up and carry the idea on. A little bit of dry brush just to scratch through and leave holes in the shape and the form of this tree at this point as it goes on into the sky and beyond. We can come back down and we can thicken that, and then we'll descend into little points at the bottom which will become trunks. I'm going to bring that down, and I'm going to start bringing in just the sense of there are trunks of trees that we can see, as opposed to the lights that we're going to be putting in later. It's more or less just a glaze over the whole thing at that point. It shouldn't cause me any problems. Okay, we're going to come back in through this area, wiping back that area. I don't want any green influence, so I'm going to come in with some blues, and that is Ultramarine Violet, Cobalt Blue, a little bit of Indian red on the side just to mix it down to where I want it. And I'm going to come back in with this tree, and I want to influence that away from the green ever so slightly. And that will give me a darker dark here. Maybe got to bring a little bit of green into that. A bit too much. Get rid of that. And that will leave my dark, light and dark over the top of the bridge at that point. Now this value here should be very similar, so what I'm going to have to do is lift some pigment out of this area, because they're quite distinctly different and they should be almost the same value down there. And I'm just going to drag some of that over just to confuse the issue. And I'm going to put in one or two of the darks into the sort of buildings so we can start seeing some of the windows. Or whatever they are at that point, just suggesting some different forms. That's way too heavy. I don't know quite what I can see there because I'm not that knowledgeable on the building, so I'm only making little suggestions. There's certainly something in there.
It's not my fault. You've been lying, saying that I took away your peace. Drowning by yourself, now you wanna blame me. Like you have no options. I ain't take your options. Now I'm not the problem, man, that's on you, yeah. You've been terrorizing me, yeah, I'm always wrong. I knew you lost your mind when you dropped that bomb. Girl, are you crazy? Yeah, you must be crazy. I've been thinking lately it's you. You stole your peace, put it on me. Baby, it's you. Lying like a rat, but take your stuff back. Baby, it's you. You. I would never. Yeah. You've been flexing everywhere.
Now that's all off of the bridge, so I can then come back in with some Ultramarine Violet, bit of green, and a bit of Indian red, just to colour that down. A bit more blue violet colour. It's worth taking the time to mix and carefully mix. Let's come in and check that shape of that bridge. Let's come in with a colour now. And there is a light form through the centre, so we're going to pick up on that.
Girl, look in the mirror. Man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you. You stole your piece, put it on me. But baby, it's you. Lie like a rat, but take your stuff back. Baby, it's you. Your parade, shine, you can't chase, yeah. If I was Father Time, then I would change the day.
That's pretty. My bridge is a lot more, got a big hump in it. I do apologise, that's way off, but can I do anything about that? Maybe if I just bring that to there. I'm going to play around with this for a second or two and try and lift some of this off. This may go horribly wrong. And lift some of the colour out. Let that dry off and see what I can do with that. Probably not too much, but hopefully it'll be okay. Alright, okay, let's come in with the next value of the water. So a little bit of burnt sienna coming in. Just touch a little bit in there. I need a lot more water, a bit of ultramarine violet in there too. Got that little cool blueness colour to some of it. So I'm just going to come in, dry brush now, and take that across in places. But it's going to be over less areas than I did before. And you can see I'm scratching almost. I'm allowing the brush to skip places.
No, I'm not the problem. Man, that's on you, yeah. You've been terrorizing me, yeah, I'm always wrong. I knew you lost your mind when you dropped that bomb. Girl, are you crazy? Yeah, you must be crazy. I've been thinking lately, it's you. You stole your piece, put it on me, but baby, it's you.
Good trick of illusion is to allow your spaces to increase right down in the front here. Very, very fine little marks up there, but as they get closer to you, then they get bigger and bolder. That gives the illusion that everything is much closer, and the scale is about right.
lie like alright, but take your stuff back. Baby, it's you. Whatever, and I would never. Yeah. You've been flexing everywhere, girl. Look in the mirror, man. You so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you. You stole your piece, put it on me.
Come up here and got to be a lot more careful now because they are strong, but they're not as strong as you think. So just a few less, much smaller marks. A bit more water, a little bit more yellow if anything as well. Just trying to suggest that real bright sun or glints in the water without having to try and use masking fluid to do the job.
Baby, it's you. Oh, if I control the weather, then every day would rain on your parade. Shine you can't chase, yeah. If I was Father Time, then I would change the day, so I never saw your face. Hey, please, what do I have to do to make you go? Oh, baby, it's you.
I'm going to try it first and foremost to see if we can get this bridge looking a little bit more like the bridge it should do. I'll leave that at that point there. Got less of a hump in it now. I'll put some dark marks on some of the bridge as well, sort of around here. I've got a little bit more dark areas, bits of information, shape and form in the design, which we can pick up on, and a bit more dark, a little bit red, a little bit of blue. I've been using a lot of Cobalt, Ultramarine Violet and Indian Red. Very, very good subtle dark for different things. You've got lots of little bits of stuff on the bridge which can put on people and just suggest people and forms and shapes and lights and stuff on there. I think all sorts of things going across like that. Quite sure what's what. I'd have to have some detailed pictures of the bridge itself to get it spot on, I'm sure. But it's a little interesting, and we can always put on a number something bus going across. That's boys makes London with a bus on the bridge. I think. I don't know. Okay, I'm being silly. Let's carry on. Bit of blue, cobalt blue, and let's just put in some of the bases of some of these vessels. A little bit of burnt sienna, a little bit of raw sienna, just to give them some shape. We've got this part on the top of here, haven't we? Let's put in little bits of information on vessels. Let's pull one up in the back there. And we've got quite a bit of blue on this one that's going through under the bridge.
Heard that crystal cry last night, I didn't know what to say. All we believed in got swept away. And it hurt so bad I thought, oh, he's got me. Oh, he's got me like an ache. Yes, it hurt so bad I fell down the drain. Now I'm a fake. Fighter, born to be a rider. He used to call me an all-nighter. Fell to the edge with life. You shut your mouth.
A little bit of a waterline, we'll keep that, that's good. I'm going to put that through there too, I'm at it. I'm going to put a little bit of burnt umber into that blue because that's quite a dirty colour. A little bit of red into it as well. That worked quite nice. I'm going to take that up the side of that. I'm going to put a blue back into this sort of superstructure. And a deeper section of it through there. I don't know quite what's going on at the top there. No idea how these things are built. Just going to bring that down. We'll try and get some darks and lights happening in there in a moment once it's dried up a little bit more.
I've got something to say. Not only you been betrayed in this season. I've got so many miles to walk away. Bleeding, hurting, what's the question? Fighter, born to be a rider. He used to call me.
A little bit of green into some Indian yellow, and we'll give you quite a good goldy colour. Let's just put that into there and leave that for the moment. Put some shadow into that very, very shortly, and we're almost to the point where we can really have some fun with some little taps of darks and lights in places. So we're not there yet, but we're getting there. I'll put a little bit of dark into there. So just a little bit of the inside of that vessel, something in the middle there, something really dark and big. Put that in. Okay. A little bit of a cast shadow down to the wall from whatever that area is. Helps give some 3 dimensions to the whole of this area as well. Trying to suggest steps there. Just my little taps into the area. There you go. And where else do we need to be? We need to put more information into our trees. I want to make their trunks just ever such a little bit more obvious down here, not too obviously. I've done it again. My pigeons are breeding. Anyway, there we are. They are what they are. And just putting in suggested a little bit more of the trees and their trunks. A bit more information coming down. And a little bit of dark along the top here. Okay. Now I'm going to come in with some blue and some indigo. A bit more blue into that indigo. Just a strong dark. That's dried up very, very light. So I'm going to put a very much stronger mark into there. Sometimes you get that value right, sometimes you don't. Put my door in to the back of the vessel. Now I'm going to come in with the reflections under the boat. So we're coming in, we're honing in now. Get some nice strong dark marks under these vessels to anchor them into the water. A bit of blue, a little bit of green, a little bit of the yellow ochre. Really sort of a dark gungy green we're looking for. Like so, and just put that up the side.
To the edge with life, fighter, upside down most of the time. I go in and out of the crime. It's my how to be a writer.
Bring a little dark now in this water under the bridge here. Nice deep dark reflection. And let that just fizzle out into the rest of this area just by re-wetting little bits of it, drawing it off. And while you've got some of that, just ever so slightly, a little line through there, and then take a lot of that off. Just a bit more than it was, but not as heavy as the area you've just done. Okay, that's cool. That works. And use that same darker greenish colour to put in and suggest the shadow under the wings of that and the dark parts of it on top there. It's probably nothing close to what it should be, but hopefully you get the idea of what it is.
how to be a writer.
Alright, so let's come in with some nice little blue, cool blue darks. Bit of red. That's quite nice. Let's just start looking at putting in some of these light stands, things like that. Lots of information that you can start putting in. Scratchy drawing just to get it in there. It makes a bit more of an interesting painting when you start not relying on just individual bits of colour, but you start putting in stuff like this to realign, reaffirm shapes and forms.
Stranded like a branch in the wind. Tell me what you long for. Oh, I want what you want. You left me empty-handed. I'm drying up in the sun like an empty gun. Oh, there's nothing I wouldn't do now. No. Oh, my dear, I want victory and not the despair. I can't stand those sad, sad eyes. Not one more time, oh, it's a crime. Oh, my love, won't you pick me up when I'm feeling down? I can't stand to be alone, so far from home. You are my desire, the reason.
Let's just put some gouache in to finish it off and see if I do need to put some more information in other places. Okay, so let's just put, that's got a nice amount of light on it. Let's just put a little bit of light on some of this roof structure. A little bit lost around here. Not a big fan of this sort of stuff, but it does get you out of trouble in one or two places when you need it. And down here, for instance, at the bottom of the wall, just a little bit of twinkle, as it were. Twinkle along the edge of the wall. Just brings that area to life a little bit more. I'm going to put more in there if I wanted to. A little bit of light onto the top of that wall there. And we've got the tops of our lights.
I'm still here. Oh, ask me anything, I swear. I need what you need. Oh, my dear, I want victory, not the despair. I can't stand those cry. Oh my love, won't you pick me up when I'm feeling down? I can't.
That's the weirdest top to this vessel. I have no idea. No idea at all. So I'll put in. Could have gone a lot darker up in there, I think, than I've done. I'm not going to attempt it now, but it could have been a bit darker, I think. I'm just going to bring in a little dark under there. I think we got the bridge back a little bit, but it could have been a lot better. Anyway, there we are. I enjoyed that. It's a lot of fun, but there you go. It's got its problems. It's not totally without issues, but it is what it is. Let's just give Big Ben a 9 o'clock time. There we are. Just put the hours on the clock. Anyway, there we are. Hopefully you've enjoyed that.